afternoon, everyone. Let's be seated. I say that a lot. I'm John Zukowski. I'm a Brown County Circuit Court Judge. And it is a truly great honor and privilege to be here today to be able to officiate this wedding between two special people from two special families. Every day is a special day. Every day is a day for celebration, but today is an especially great day to celebrate. I had an opportunity to meet Angela when she was very little at one of the many garage corn roast parties. And I've had the pleasure of knowing Jane and the Lucas family for many years. These people come from great stock, and I know they appreciate the families and all the support that you've given them through all their many years, not that many years. I had the opportunity to meet Angela and Lucas. We met for lunch. It's a chance, to get some background information. You know them much better than I. But it's a great feeling to be so positive when you leave, knowing that these two people get it. These two people are very much in love, and that these two people have great things in store for them, and that they're going to have a happy marriage. These two people are a very good fit. He brings the patience, she brings the spark and the drive. They both like to travel, and now they're about to enter on the most important and exciting journey of their lives, married life. There is a famous philosopher once that said there is no more lovely, friendly, and charming relationship or company than a good marriage. And one of my favorite marriage quotes is, "The act of marriage takes place in the heart, not in a ballroom or even a church or any other setting. It is a choice that you make, not only on your wedding day, but over and over again, reflected in the way that you treat your spouse." It's obvious these two people were meant and destined for one another. I found out that they met about 10 years ago, and Angela called in sick, or was willing to call in sick, just to make sure they could make their first formal date together to the Milwaukee Zoo. So I think it was in the cards that they would have a long life together. I have two wishes for today. One, a very healthy, happy, and long marriage. And secondly, that I can join Lucas and his brothers on one of those vintage mopeds when you go up to Door County. Camera for me? All right, sounds great. Now, Angela, with a little help from Lucas, put together today's wedding ceremony. It showed a lot of thoughtfulness and a lot of commitment, the very commitment that we're talking about. So let's get started. On behalf of Lucas and Angela, again, thank you for all of you being here this afternoon. Thank you for taking the time and making the journey to be here, and for all the effort that it takes, not only to be a part of this day, but to be a part of each other's lives. Lucas and Angela have invited you here to show a glimpse of an important piece of their love. Now, Lucas and Angela, marriage is the promise between two people who love each other, who trust that love, who honor one another as individuals in that togetherness, and who wish to spend the rest of their lives together. It enables the two separate souls to share their desires, their longings, their dreams, and their memories, their joys and their sorrows, and to help each other through all the uncertainties of life. A strong marriage also nurtures each of you as separate individuals. It allows you to maintain your unique identity and to grow in your own way through the years ahead. It is a safe haven for each of you to become your best self, while together you become better than you could ever be alone. Now, whenever we attend a wedding, we are given the opportunity to reflect on our own relationships. We might look at the couple before us and be tempted to compare their love to the quality of our own relationships. The truth is that every relationship is as unique as the individuals in it, but one thing holds true. For love to exist between two people, each person must allow the vulnerability of giving his or her love to the other, and each must be open to receiving the other's love in return. Therefore, each of us is a powerful creator of love. Each of us, every moment of every day, has the choice to dedicate ourselves to one another or to withhold our love and caring. If you ask couples who have a strong and abiding love what they like most about their partners, many will say that when they are with that person, they don't have to pretend to be anything other than what they are. They're able to express themselves without fear of being judged or rejected. There is room in the relationship for both of them to be unique, but they are also free to surrender to the vulnerability of true intimacy, to be known and loved unconditionally. Now at this time, Lucas's brother Weston is going to give us a reading from the passage Union by Robert Fulton. Weston.
Hello. So this reading is titled Union. You've known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes. Indeed, you've been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car, or over a meal, or during long walks, all those conversations that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. All those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe, and all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know, all those things that we've promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, even teacher. You've learned much from one another these past few years. Shortly, you shall say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things between you will never quite be the same. For after today, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife.
Nothing is easier than standing here and saying these words, and nothing is more difficult than living them day to day. When you love someone, you do not love them all the time in exactly the same way, for that is impossible. Yet, that's what most of us expect. We forget that there is an ebb and flow of life and of love and of relationships. We insist on permanence, on duration, and on continuity. While those may be laudable goals, in love, as in life, the only stability is in change, in growth, and in freedom. Therefore, what you promise today must be renewed and reaffirmed tomorrow and all the tomorrows to come. All right. Lucas, having considered all of these things, you promise to do your very best each day to create a loving, healthy, and happy marriage.
I do.
Angela, do you promise to do your very best each day to create a loving, healthy, and happy marriage? This couple has prepared their own wedding vows. They will now declare their wedding vows to each other.
Angela, throughout the last 8 years, you and I have grown a lot together. You keep me grounded. I love your determination, your thoughtfulness, your sense of adventure, and your ability to always make me smile. I promise to always stand by your side, to protect you, to take care of you, and love you with everything that I have to offer, till the end of the world.
Lucas, thank you for not only loving me, but also for allowing me the time to learn how to love myself. I love and am thankful for your patience with not only me, but also with us. I love that you are kind and thoughtful, and that you will honor your right to show appreciation and affection. I love that you are humble and generous. I love your strength and encouragement. I love so many things about you. The last 8 years has made it quite clear that we are better when we're together. We push each other to become better people, and we support each other when we can't always be our best self. We make each other laugh, and we make each other cry. Without the low points in our relationship, we cannot appreciate the highs that we get to experience together either. Today, I'm promising you that I will continue to be the person you can lean on and trust when you are having a bad day, and to be the person that will celebrate with you over life's victories, no matter how big or small they may be. I promise that I will continue to have a sense of adventure with you, and to be open to trying new things. I promise that I will be truthful and honest with you at all times. I promise to grow old with you and continue to be the best version of myself that I can be for us. I promise to love you through thick and thin, always and forever. I am so honored to be your wife and to call you my husband. I love you.
And now we're going to have the standard vows. All right. It's a group effort, everybody. Lucas, I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. I, Lucas,
I, Lucas,
take you, Angela,
take you, Angela,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
to live with you
to live with you
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better
for better
and for worse,
for worse,
in strength
in strength
and in weakness,
and in weakness,
to love
to love
and to cherish,
and to cherish,
so long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
So, Angela, I'll ask you to repeat after me. I, Angela,
I, Angela,
take you, Lucas, to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to live with you
to live with you
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better
for better,
and for worse,
for worse,
in strength
in strength
and in weakness,
and in weakness,
to love
to love
and to cherish,
and to cherish,
so long as we both shall live.
so long as we both shall live.
The couple is going to bind their commitment with rings. Are the rings ready? All right. Lucas, if you have the ring and you're ready to place it on Angela's finger, and repeat after me. I choose you, Angela,
I choose you, Angela,
above all others,
above all others,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
I offer this ring
I offer this ring
as a token of our love,
as a token of our love,
and with it,
and with it,
I join my life
I join my life
to yours. Angela, you have the ring. If you place it on Lucas's finger and repeat after me, I choose you, Lucas,
I choose you, Lucas,
above all others,
above all others,
to be my husband.
to be my husband.
I offer this ring
For this ring,
as a token of our love,
as a token of our love,
and with it, and with it, I join my life
I join my life
to yours. Lucas and Angela, as these rings are round and without end, so may your trust, your love, your affection, and help one for another be continuous and without end all your lives. And I would ask that you join hands. And are we ready, everybody? Lucas and Angela, having declared in the presence of these witnesses that you take one another as husband and wife, and having symbolized your marriage now by the joining of hands and the giving and acceptance of rings, now therefore by the authority vested in me as a judge, by the statutes of the state of Wisconsin, in the sight of God and in the sight of these many special witnesses, I now proudly pronounce you husband and wife. And ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Angela and Lucas Fleet.